Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the very first official episode of the Pony Files. I am VT, and I am here to establish and go over the franchise of My Little Pony. And what better way to do it than the very first episode? Now, I know it's a two-parter, so I'm gonna try and hold each part in their own merits. So if it seems a bit choppy, that's the reason why. Now, for the first part of this episode, I really have to say, they established the main character Twilight, and she goes way out of her way. I mean, incredibly out of her way to deny friendship. I mean, my goodness. I mean, look at this. You see that? I mean, she's treating these ponies like they're like they're the living embalming of the Black Death, and all they're doing is just offering her a chance to hang out with them. I mean, good grief. But as I said, I mean, they have to establish, friendship and all that stuff. So I get it. I understand. Continuing on with the episode, it's pretty much as a basic pilot as it is. Like, it will, it's here to establish the main characters. So in this case, there's like five other mayors, and you can pretty much sum them all up like this. There's Sporty Spice, there's Posh Spice, there's Scary Spice, there's Ginger Spice, and there's Baby Spice. A bit, okay, maybe that's a bit too simplified, but I'll get into my points a little bit. First you have AJ. And, look, I'm sorry. Look, I've lived in the South most of my life. I have never received that kind of reception. I wonder if it's the shirt. Oh, come on! Ugh. Anyway. Next you have the one called Rainbow Dash. Look at this. She's a murderer. I'm sorry, but as far as I could tell, as far as I see, there's only one alpha mare in this group. And if she isn't, she will be soon. And of course, next you have Rarity. Fashionista wanting to live out into the sophistication of the higher ups. Not really much going on right now. I mean, that could change, but who knows? Then you have Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie. Of course, you have, last but not least, Fluttershy. But good lord, she tries to be least. I mean, look at this. Look at her. My God, just looking at her, my cavities are getting cavities. Oh, boy. And through as much shenanigans, we get to pretty much the end of the episode, where the introduction of pretty much the big bad of the week, I guess you could say, Nightmare Moon. And I have to tell you, they went out of their way to make her look different from everyone else. I mean, look at that. I mean, they even changed her art style. But I do like it. I like it a lot. So, we will see what happens in the next episode. And I got to admit, I'm curious to see what My Little Pony has to offer as far as conflict goes. Who knows? This could actually be a very interesting series. But I ran it off enough about the first part for now. This is pretty much my verdict. 3 out of 5. I say 3 out of 5. It's on average. Like I said, they tried a little bit too hard with Twilight. Rejecting friendship, and that kind of can get a bit on my nerves a little bit, but it's not too much. And you have to remember, this is a show meant for little kids. So, like I said, not too harsh. On average, it's an average first part, and we'll see how it happens in the second part. Man, I hate moths. Ooh, V. Okay, now we have the second part, and the second part pretty much starts off pretty much right after how the first part ended. You have Twilight Sparkle, pretty much going off and trying to find a solution to the problem, and the rest of the main characters come in and confront her. Now, here's the thing: like everyone else, I kind of get, but Rarity and Fluttershy just makes no sense. Rarity is a fashionista, like a proper lady. She's the type of person that isn't afraid of danger, but probably would rather have like a man wants to go off and face the danger. I mean, that's what I'm getting. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's how I see it. And another one is Fluttershy. I'm sorry, like just for Twilight saying hi, and she pretty much cowers into a ball of nervousness. I don't honestly see why she wouldn't like hide in her home or something. But but they have to move the plot forward. I get it. You can only tell so much story in 30 minutes. So so we have to move on, and you have to move on. So and now the X ponies are off, and this episode pretty much is sent to establish what they are, their powers, and their traits. And for the most part, they do a fine job with that. Except Applejack makes no sense, and the Shadow Bolts, they couldn't overpower Rainbow at the end, really. But like I said, you only have so much, and I'm not gonna fault them too much for that. So of course, the only way to defeat my Nightmare Moon is with the elements, the elements of harmony. And let me tell you right now, it's friendship. Look.
The element of magic.
You had to rob me of that, didn't you? Anyway, so we defeat Nightmare Moon, and pretty much everything is pretty much established. Now, look, I'm sorry. Look at this right here. She surrendered way too easily. Something's up. But it's the typical fashion, for a show like kids. Big Bad's been defeated. Everyone's living happily ever after. So it pretty much like ends on, I guess, on a high note, and it's pretty much it did what it had to do. It established all the characters. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I mean, it's not enough to really firmly establish anything, but we're just starting. We're just getting started. Who knows what could happen? So overall, I give this episode a 3 out of 5 rating. As I said, like same as the first, a bit better than the first one, because the first one, I'm sorry, with Twilight rejecting friendship like that, just gets on my nerves. But okay, but not great. And so that's it. And that's it. This is my first episode of the Pony Files, and we'll see how this goes. And I hope you all enjoy me. I hope you all enjoy the episode.
I know.
Shut up!